Beer League Warriors apparel. Great clothing for the gym, great clothing for any workout you do. It's that dry fit that everybody likes. Good quality, great prices. Support small business now. Don't buy from Nike or Adidas this week. Get your clothing from Beer League Warriors apparel. Just go to beerleaguewarriors.com. They have a great selection. Believe me, you won't be disappointed. Here we go. Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding 2025. This is the first Anabolic Academy of 2025, and this channel is officially 2 years old. So happy birthday to Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. But today I did a live stream with Lee Priest, and it was the first installment of Shooting the Breeze with John Livia and Lee Priest. You have to go watch it. It was hilarious. I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe, and so was Lee. It was hysterical. You got to go watch it. Okay. Just go check it out. Believe me. And if you want to get to the funny parts, just fast forward to the like 30-minute mark. All right. When I start talking about my mother, it's unbelievable. Anyway. All right. Anabolic Academy. What is Anabolic Academy? You send me questions. I answer them once a week. Okay. This will be out every Tuesday morning. From here on in, it will be recorded. And I split this up because Lee goes off on tangents and we never get to the questions. So I'm doing this by myself. And Lee and I have our own show, 1 hour. We can just talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. So it works out perfectly. But how do you get to me? Instagram, Serious and Silliness. Facebook, John Livia. TikTok, John Livia. My email, John_Livia@Yahoo. Or my other email, UncleJohn1201 @Gmail. So today I only have 3 questions, but they're actually 3 really good questions, to be honest with you. They're all have to do with bodybuilding. Nothing went off topic, which is good. I'm just going to drink a little bit of my diet soda. And we are going to jump right in. So the first question, Instagram, Holly Holmes 837. How long did you compete for? You looked really good. Don't let Lee bust your balls, LOL. Lee's always going to bust my balls. That's why I want him on the show, because he's hilarious and he just constantly breaks balls. He is hilarious to do a show with, so it makes my job a lot of fun. But how long did I compete for? Okay. I did 4 different shows. My first show, I was 22. I think I was 22 or 23. 1999, Mr. Staten Island. I won the middleweight open. I lost the overall to the light heavyweight, Tommy. Fuck, I can't remember his last name. I don't remember his last name, but it doesn't matter. I lost the overall. And then after that, I took a long time off. You know, I always hit the gym, but I stopped competing. I didn't want to compete anymore. I was trying to get my life on track, career, home, marriage, family, all that crap, right? So finally, I had moved to New Jersey and I went into this gym called Guy's Gym. It was this little hardcore gym in Hawthorne, New Jersey. It was owned by Guy Del Corso. Rest in peace. He passed away last year year and a half ago. Great human being. And he used to train, local guys to compete, out of his gym. So I went in there. Somebody had recommended, because I was looking for a little hardcore gym. Somebody had recommended Guy's Gym. So I walk in and I'm training there for a week or so. And he says, I train guys to compete if you ever want to think about competing. So I was like, so I went home, talked it over with my wife, and now it was 2012. So that summer I did 2 shows. I did Trained by Guy, I did the Jersey Tri-State, and I did Jason Orange's show, Muscle Beach. And by that point, I was already in my 30s. So I was able to do the Masters, and I won the Masters overall in both, came in second in the Open in light heavies in both. Fast forward 2014, I competed at the Brooklyn Grand Prix. I had a different person training me. His name was Dominic. Fuck. I can't remember that guy's name, but whatever. That was my big mistake. I never paid for a trainer. Like whoever wanted to train me, because I wasn't going to pay for a trainer. But maybe if I would have paid for a trainer, like somebody really good, maybe it would have made a difference. But anyway, okay. and I won the Masters overall, and I came in fifth in the Open. And it was just, I really thought the picture on my Instagram where I do this, it's from that show. It's from the Brooklyn Grand Prix in 2014. That was my last contest. And I thought I got robbed. I thought I should have been at least second or third place, and I got fifth. It was pretty shitty, but it is what it is, you know. And then after that, I was done. I didn't want to compete anymore. I didn't like the dieting. The dieting really got to me. I didn't have enough size. I remember I was a light heavyweight. I was at the bottom of the light heavyweights. I'm 5'8". I was 181 pounds. I was already in my 30s. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time with this anymore. And everybody knows the story of when I actually went to Team Universe and I saw John Meadows win Team Universe. And I was like, I am never going to look like that. It's going to be impossible for me to look like that. So I just quit bodybuilding. So that was, I did 4 shows. That answers that question. The next question, Instagram, tone_23. Feelings about Derek Lunsford being trained by Chris Aceto. I like it. I like it a lot. I think my personal opinion, I know people disagree with me with this. My personal opinion is I would have never picked the same trainer as my prime competition. Everybody knows that Hani Ramrod, that's what I call him, was training both Derek and Hadi. And I don't know how he did it. That's rough. You know, your trainer is supposed to be on your team, and he's training your prime competition, the number 2 guy or the number 1 guy. Either went back and forth. So Hani retired. I don't know who was training Hadi, but he picked Chris Aceto. And I think it is a great pick because Chris Aceto has been around for a very long time, and he is an established trainer who has seen everything in bodybuilding. So if it were my choice, that's who I would have went. I would have went with somebody seasoned like an Aceto. Okay. Um, Aceto also likes to have personal connections with with his, um, with his, clients, right? He doesn't train people who he, dislikes, if that makes sense. All my European bodybuilders, this is a great supplement line, americansupps.com. That's American-supps.com. They have a great lineup. Believe me, you won't be disappointed. Go to their website, use discount code SAS10. They have an extensive line of supplements and workout gear. SAS10, americansupps.com. You will not be disappointed. He looks out for them, right? So I think it's a really good, I think it's a really, really good idea. Now, everybody knows I have a lot of old school people, a lot of old school bodybuilders on my show. Arns, King Kamali, Lee Priest. I mean, you go, and they say, oh, that you don't need a trainer, you could do it yourself. I mean, Phil Clayhart was the same thing. Here's the thing, though. Nobody's doing it themselves anymore. You might be right, but nobody is doing it themselves anymore. Those days are gone. When you are at the upper echelon, you should want the best guy you could possibly get. And I think that is very good for Derek Lunsford to pick Chris Aceto. He would have been the first guy I would have picked if I was in his position, because Aceto has this incredible ability to bring guys in full and hard. I mean, you see what he did with Cedric. You see what he did with Akeem. You just go down the list, man. The guy is just, Jay Cutler. The guy's just, I think it was Nick Strength and Power that said if there was a Mount Rushmore, his head should be one of the guys. If there were a Mount Rushmore of bodybuilding trainers, he should be one of them. It definitely should be one of them. I mean, great move on Derek Lunsford's part. Okay. Third question, last question. This one follows right into the last question. Michael Pazzo 1, Instagram. Can Derek beat Sampson at the Arnold Classic this year? Well, if anybody is going to beat Sampson, it will be Derek. Okay. Personally, do I think he's going to beat Derek? No. And the reason is Sampson just seems to be getting better with every show. Every show he does, he gets better and better and better. It's unbelievable. He gets bigger. He gets fuller. He gets harder. He even poses better. So with that being said, he, you know, Samson has not missed the mark because he every show is a better version of him. So this Olympia, he was 100%, but he could be better this time around because he just gets better and better. And his shape and his structure. Now, that being said, if Derek comes in the shape he was at the Olympia 2023 when he won, he's going to give Samson a run for his money. And I truly believe Derek has something to prove. I think he really, really had a hard time adjusting to the fact that he lost the Olympia, and not only lost, came in third. He was off, his legs were down, he was a little soft. And I think he is looking to make a statement. So if anybody can beat Samson, it is going to be Derek. I don't think anybody else in that lineup is going to be able to beat Samson. So it is going to be, my opinion, it's going to be those top two guys, and it's going to be close. Okay. Because Derek's obviously not fooling around. If he went to go and get the best trainer possible, and did the Arnold right after the Olympia, that means he's looking to make a statement. He's kind of doing something similar that Hadi did last year. When in 2023, when Hadi lost the Olympia, he was really pissed off and he did the Arnold right away, right? Like, I'm still here making a statement. I'm still here. I'm still the best in the world. I'm still going to crush the competition. And Derek is trying to do that same thing, which I think is good for him. I think is good for his brand. And I think it puts him mentally, if he comes first or second, it's going to put him in a really good position to get ready for that Olympia mentally, emotionally, mentally, because it's going to be a huge confidence booster. It's going to be a huge confidence booster. So yes, I think if anybody will, it'll be Derek, but I don't think Derek is going to. Derek's back is amazing. Samson's back just gets better and better. Samson is becoming this flawless bodybuilder. He's becoming a bodybuilder on his off season who was 320, 325 pounds. And we've never seen a bodybuilder with that much size, with the aesthetics, the symmetry, and the shape, and still in good condition, relatively good condition for their off season. I don't know a bodybuilder in their off season that got that big, that looks this good. None. I mean, I was going down the list. I was thinking of talking about it with Lee Priest. I don't know. I can't name one. So if he hits the mark just like he did at the Olympia and he comes in 295, 300, who's beating him? I mean, he's 6 foot tall and he has no flaws, and his symmetry and balance and shape is flawless. Now, that being said, anything could happen. He could leave the door open. He could miss the mark. It is very, very possible. Okay. Bodybuilding is a crapshoot, which is why it is so interesting, which is why people love it. I thought Derek was going to repeat. Everybody thought Derek was going to repeat, but he showed up not 100. And in shows like the Olympia and the Arnold, if you are off that much, the next guy's kicking you out of the way. That's just the way those big shows go. Especially the Arnold, Ohio, and the Olympia. If you're not on point, that you get knocked out, and knocked out quick. As Derek saw. It's just the way it goes. Now that being said, remember Hani beat Samson at last year's Arnold, and then went on to lose to Samson at the Olympia. This is why bodybuilding is great. This is why I enjoy bodybuilding more today than ever, because today's judges don't fuck around. And I honestly think it's Steve Weinberger, who is the head judge, that doesn't play any games, and he doesn't care. If you're off, you're off, and you're not getting any fucking deals. You're not getting any gifts. That's it. So even though if Samson beats Derek at the Arnold, or if Derek beats Samson at the Arnold, and then they go on to the Olympia, you still don't know what's going to happen. It's not foolproof, right? And this is what makes horse races. This is what makes bodybuilding so great. Anyway, that concludes the first Anabolic Academy of 2025. I am so happy I'm back to podcasting, man. I know I only took a week off, but it was driving me crazy. I couldn't do it. I couldn't wait to get back on. But remember, go back and watch Shooting the Breeze with John Livia and Lee Priest. It's hilarious. Okay. And again, we're going to be back. Muscle Talk, recording this Wednesday. It'll be out Thursday night. Contest coverage, me complaining. My other channel, if you guys are interested, Serious and Silliness Outcast. I will be interviewing a former member of the Banditos Motorcycle Club this Thursday evening. So that should be out Friday morning. I have a few good interviews on that channel coming up, but the bodybuilding stuff, obviously, Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. All love and respect to everybody who enjoys my content and is subscribed or unsubscribed. Just subscribe. If you just watch my content and you're unsubscribed, just do me a fucking favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. It helps tremendously. You have no idea. It helps amazingly. All right, guys. I will see you next time. Later. Peace.
Are you struggling with hair loss? Well, before you give up and start rocking that bald look, get yourself a box of Novaxetil. It's the only clinically proven triple action hair loss treatment on the market. It has 5% minoxidil, which is the gold standard for regrowth. But minoxidil alone will not prevent further loss. For that, Novaxetil uses DHT blocker ketoconazole with added nicotinamide, vitamin K, biotin, and collagen peptides. Basically, every single ingredient you could possibly think of in one product. So stop rubbing peppermint oil behind your ears and get something that works. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Novaxetil.